Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking an absolutely game-changing tool for developers using the B4X suite. Listen, whether you're coding for Android in B4A, iOS in B4I, or desktop in B4J, if you've ever found yourself totally wrestling with custom views just to build a simple, beautiful menu, well, you are exactly in the right place. We're going to look at how you can stop fighting the framework and start building stunning, modern drawer menus with zero hassle.
Because let's be real, this is the universal developer pain point, isn't it? How on earth do you create responsive, sleek navigation that works flawlessly across Android, iOS, and desktop? And more importantly, how do you pull that off without writing endless, repetitive boilerplate code that, frankly, makes you question your career choices? That is exactly the problem we're solving today. So, here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll meet B4DaisyDrawer. Then, we'll explore its stunning DaisyUI-inspired design. Third, we'll look at the flexible layout options. Fourth, we'll dive into gestures and animations. And finally, we'll walk through actually building your menu. All right, Section 1, meet B4XDaisyDrawer, the ultimate UI solution. Let's dive right in and see what this is all about. B4XDaisyDrawer is essentially your new structural powerhouse. It's a highly versatile, completely cross-platform class that is specifically designed to bypass all that agonizing complexity of custom view creation. So instead of burning hours tweaking layouts for a million different screen sizes, this class hands you a highly polished, interactive drawer menu right out of the box for all your B4X applications.
Moving right along to Section 2, stunning DaisyUI-inspired design. We know what it is structurally, so let's see what it actually looks and feels like in this visual showcase.
Just look at the sheer cleanliness of this layout. It takes its inspiration directly from the insanely popular DaisyUI CSS framework, so it features these beautiful, clean lists, perfect typography, and notice how that selected state, in this case loading, really pops against that subtle background. It gives the user immediate visual feedback without feeling cluttered or overwhelming. And this really illustrates how much depth you can easily add. On the left side, check out that vibrant purple new badge next to the word badge. It immediately draws the eye, right? Then on the right, we've got this super crisp, dark active state for pagination. This DaisyUI inspiration instantly, and I mean instantly, elevates the app's professional feel. It looks native, it looks modern, and it just feels like a premium application. But how do you actually achieve that look? Well, the good news is you don't have to code it from scratch. You get this fantastic toolkit built right into the designer properties. You can easily toggle background color variants like base 100, base 200, primary, or secondary. You can adjust the corner styling to rounded box or rounded full. You can even add instant depth using shadow properties all the way up to 2XL and manage your spacing with P4 padding tokens, which is a really nice direct nod to familiar CSS conventions. It's literally designed to match your app's theme with minimal effort. Okay, Section 3. Left, right, or both. Let's talk flexible layout options, because not every single app needs a standard left-hand menu. As developers, we absolutely hate being locked into a single layout paradigm. With B4DaisyDrawer, you just aren't. You can easily configure the side property to be left, right, or even both if you're building a high-density navigation app. And what's really great is that both the left side width and right side width properties default to a really generous, highly readable 300 dip. That's density-independent pixels, which you can, of course, easily tweak to fit whatever specific needs you have. Now, the crucial point here is not just where the drawer is, but how it behaves. Usually, a drawer is just a swipeable temporary menu, but there's this incredibly useful property here called Always Open. If you toggle this on, the menu suddenly becomes a permanently fixed sidebar. This is an absolute lifesaver for tablet or desktop interfaces where you actually have the screen real estate and you want that navigation permanently docked alongside your main content. Jumping into Section 4, Gestures and Smooth Animations. Let's shift our focus from how it looks to how it moves and gets that fluid native feel. Notice the completely fluid motion when opening and closing the drawer, and how it seamlessly fades that background content at the exact same time. Achieving this kind of premium native feel usually means you're writing some pretty complex animation and math logic yourself. But here, the component handles the physics for you completely effortlessly. Behind the scenes, here's the engine making all that magic happen. You've got gesture enabled, handling the edge swipe detection. The animated property is what ensures those silky smooth slide and fade transitions. You can completely customize the duration, which defaults to a really snappy 300 milliseconds.
And finally, the overlay opacity defaults to 40%, which perfectly darkens the background just enough to focus the user's attention exactly where you want it, right on the menu.
All right, Section 5, Building Your Drawer menu. Let's look at the implementation workflow and see how this builds out in practice.
Integrating B4XDaisyDrawer is structurally so simple and logical. It's basically just a straightforward 3-step setup. First, you initialize the component in your code. Second, it uses Designer CreateView to automatically attach and configure itself based entirely on your Visual Designer settings. And third, you just call its resize method inside your base_resize event. That ensures it stays perfectly responsive no matter what screen size you throw at it.
To really wrap your head around how this works under the hood, I want you to think of the build view hierarchy method in the source code as a layered cake. So at the very bottom, you have your M center panel. That's your base app content. Sitting directly on top of that is the M dark panel, which acts as that semi-transparent overlay we talked about. And finally, on the very top layer like icing, you have the M left panel and M right panel that slide in and out. It's just a really elegant, foolproof stacking context.
And the best part? It wires up beautifully into your standard B4X page lifecycle events. You can simply call mainDrawer.open when a user taps your top navigation bar hamburger icon. You can trigger mainDrawer.close the second a user selects an item from the side menu. And, like we mentioned, just passing the width and height into mainDrawer.resize during the B4X page_resize event keeps everything perfectly aligned. It's just that intuitive, guys. Open, close, and resize.
So, by totally wiping out all that repetitive boilerplate and delivering those beautiful DaisyUI aesthetics right out of the box, B4XDaisyDrawer lets you actually focus on what matters, your app's core functionality. The only question left is, what stunning cross-platform experience are you going to build with your new drawer? I challenge you to grab this tool and upgrade your projects today. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy coding!